Hi everyone, hope you're all well. I just wanted to give you a little video about the first part of our documentary, which is a video that's being done for us by a company called Fresh Cut Productions, based down in Leeds and London, who very kindly came on board leading up to the Mongolia rally when they heard of what we were doing and what happened. So we did quite a bit of filming with those guys who were great and very kindly came up and film stuff for us. So the first part of that documentary is mainly me just sat in a chair telling the story about how I was diagnosed and how I got to transplant and whatnot, and then the lead up to the Mongolia rally, or the ideas. So, and I just wanted to clear a few things up before I put this video on, because it was quite rushed. We had limited time obviously it's a huge story, and cramming it all into sort of 8 minutes isn't easy. So just to clear a few things up in case the video doesn't explain it very well. So firstly, it shows how Steve Prescott was the first person to go through this process, and he was, that's absolutely correct. And then it shows me going for it as well. Now what it doesn't show is there were actually two other people that had this operation in between myself and in between Steve Prescott and myself. Now both of those patients did very well. They came through the surgery and it was a success. But sadly, one of them, a lady called Denise, who became a good friend of mine in hospital, and actually Laura shared the accommodation with her husband and her daughter as well, Fern, who has become a good friend of ours now. Denise and I spent time in intensive care together, although we didn't know it at the time. And then we were both on the ward, and Denise was a few doors up from me. We had our own little rooms, and she was up the corridor. And as time went on, I used to go up and see Denise on my Zimmer frame or in my wheelchair and call in nearly every day, and we'd have a chat and a bitch and a moan about everything. And Denise was lovely. She was a country woman from the Lakes who was like-minded and said it how it was, just like me, so we got on very, very well. And then one afternoon I was sat in my room and I got some really bad news that Denise had passed away. And I'll never forget that day. It broke my heart. It was awful. And now Denise passed away through just a little complication. It was actually a blood clot, which, as you know, anyone can get even through just minor surgery. So again, very, very unlucky and very, very sad. So I just wanted to explain that there are other people. I aren't the only one. And actually now there's a few more since me, but I was, if you like, the second survivor. And this weekend we were over in the Lakes at Denise's little village where she was from. Her daughter Fern has organised a charity dinner, and Fern's become a good friend of ours now. She was at our wedding, and we bump into each other at these events quite often, and she supports us and we like to support her. And she's a star. She's an absolute credit to her mother, and if anything good can come out of anything bad, I think that's it, that Fern and I and my friends have all become friends, so that's good. So that's the first part, and the second thing is, as I said, it was quite rushed, so I just wanted to explain that getting a second opinion wasn't quite as easy as the video might show. We had to fight for that. It was me sat in a hospital bed on my phone looking for answers, googling and sending emails around the world and finding these doctors and researching. It wasn't something that was just said, there you go, here's an option. We had to look for that. And the other thing was, on the video it shows me explaining how the transplant doctors removed my organs and then replaced my organs. Again, there was a lot more to it than that. And I also want to explain that the tumour that was removed was done by the team at Basingstoke who initially put me forward for this operation. Huge tumour, so we need to credit Basingstoke. I don't feel the video credits them enough, because they were the cavalry in all of this. So I think we need to thank them massively. Also, donor, as I'm sure you were aware, but donor lists or getting organs isn't quite as easy. I was very, very lucky. I got them very, very quickly, but that doesn't always happen. And I don't want to mislead people thinking that you just go on a list and you get them and it happens and you go home and you get better. That's not the case at all. There's an awful lot more to it than that. As I said, I was just quite lucky. So anyway, I think that's about all I just wanted to say. I hope you enjoy it. It's I know I bang on about this quite a lot, but it is something that's quite important to me and to fellow cancer patients, survivors, transplant survivors, people waiting for organs, anything. And all this is about is raising the awareness of how important organ donation is, and cancer research, and all these things combined save lives. So this, I aren't comfortable sat here doing these videos, but actually they do reach far and wide, and if someone's watching them that thinks, you know, this is really interesting, I'm gonna sign up on the organ donor list, then I think we've done the job, even if just one person. And actually, you'd be surprised at how many people have contacted me through watching these videos, cancer patients with the same disease, and asked for more information or contact numbers and whatnot. So we do help people, even if it's just one or two. You know, it's somebody's life, and this does help, so I'm prepared to do them. Anyway, so please watch the first one, see what you think, and then very shortly after, maybe another week or 2 weeks, I'll have the next one, and slowly but surely we'll show the fun and frolics that we had on the Mongol rally. And I use the word fun quite loosely, because there was certainly a few down days. It wasn't all a holiday, trust me. So anyway, see what you think, and I hope you enjoy it, and we'll be in touch really soon. Thanks a lot. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.